Hi everybody and welcome to English for You. I'm Pat.
I'm Kathy.
So today we are going to be talking about something unfortunate that happened to an elephant in India. What do we know about elephants? What might help give some information to this story?
Well, I know that African elephants are larger and have larger ears than Indian elephants.
That's right. Indian elephants are the ones that live in India and they're kind of related more closely to the ones you would see in Thailand. But the ones from Africa are generally bigger, their ears are bigger, and their large ears help them because they allow elephants to stay cool in the hot countries where they live. It's a big area of skin that heat can escape from and keep the elephants cool.
And also they have excellent memories and can remember each other as well as humans.
That's right. If you guys read our magazine or watch our shows quite often, you might remember in the past few months we've had some articles relating to elephants' memories and how they can look out for dangerous areas that they've been to before and then avoid them the next time. Now, there's something else I've learned by doing some stuff for our other magazine, A+. I can't remember if I taught that one with you as well, but I did learn that elephants can communicate by stamping their feet. Other elephants feel the ground move. Now, they do this to tell other elephants, hey, here's some food, here's some water, or also warn them about danger. Today, however, we are going to read a sad story about an elephant. And it is the sort of thing that can happen when elephants and humans have to share the same space, the same part of the world, and that space isn't quite big enough. Let's read through and find out what happened in this story.
Reading.
The killing of an elephant with firecrackers causes anger in India. Many people in India are heartbroken after an elephant died from eating a coconut that was stuffed with firecrackers. It exploded when the elephant tried to break the shell open in its mouth. Government officials looked into the death to find out how it happened. It turns out that farmers in the area often make these kinds of traps to kill wild pigs. These large pigs are common in India, and they destroy crops with surprising speed. They eat the crops as well as trample over them. Farmers lose income when their fields of rice, potatoes, vegetables, and fruit are damaged. Therefore, they hunt the pigs or kill them with bombs that are hidden inside food. However, an elephant found a farmer's strange coconut instead. After it exploded, she walked to a river and spent days in pain before she died. This tragedy should make everyone think about the way that humans and animals live together in natural environments.
Okay, so the article starts by saying many people in India are heartbroken after an elephant died from eating a coconut that was stuffed with firecrackers. So if someone is heartbroken, they don't have an actual broken heart, like some kind of heart disease or a medical problem. We use this term heartbroken to mean they are very sad. The emotional pain makes them feel as though their heart is breaking. A person might feel heartbroken after a breakup with their partner, for example.
今天文章的标题呢，就告诉我们主题是什么。The killing of an elephant with firecrackers causes anger in India. 大象遇害之后呢，印度他们掀起人与动物共存的讨论，因为发生一件伤心的事情。那是什么事情呢？开头说，在一只大象因为误食了一个塞满爆竹的椰子而死了之后，许多在印度的人因为这件事情伤心欲绝。这边我们来看 heartbroken 这个单字，同学们一定觉得很好记。拆开来看 ，heart 是心嘛 ，broken 是破碎，所以合在一起就是极为伤心心碎的 ，extremely sad。 For example, if Monica leaves David, he would be heartbroken. 一旦 Monica 离开 David, 他就会心碎。And they were sad because an elephant died.
Yes, and it died because it ate a coconut with firecrackers in it. Firecrackers are a kind of firework that makes noise, smoke, and a bit of light, but doesn't shoot up into the air and go bang with coloured lights like other fireworks do. Firecrackers are the things that people set off on Chinese New Year's Day or during other religious festivals here in Taiwan.
而导致在印度的人们 heartbroken 的原因是因为一只大象不小心吃到塞满 firecrackers 的椰子。Firecrackers 就是爆竹鞭炮，那 cracker 就是炮竹，所以呢前面加上一个火就是鞭炮。拉彩炮英文你可以用 pull a cracker。For example, who wants to pull a cracker with me? 那 cracker 这个字也可以指一种好吃的零食，特别指跟起司一起食用的薄脆饼干。But why did this tragedy happen?
Well, the article explains it, so that's this coconut with firecrackers in it, it exploded when the elephant tried to break the shell open in its mouth. So we talked about firecrackers and how they go bang. To go bang is to explode. It means to burst open with a loud noise, fire, light, and smoke. Dangerous chemicals can explode like they did, sadly, earlier this year in Beirut in Lebanon. Bombs explode as well. We often see this in movies. Fireworks and firecrackers explode when we set them off. We can use the word in other ways as well, too. If you get a can of Coke and shake it for like 5 minutes, then open it, it will explode. When something explodes, the pieces of it or inside it shoot outwards and lots of energy is released. Here's an example you might see in a movie. Captain America had just 10 seconds to stop the huge bomb from exploding.
那事情是怎么发生的呢？文章接着说了，原因是因为当这只大象尝试要把椰子的外壳在它嘴里弄破的时候，里面的爆竹就爆炸了。So it was a terrible accident. 哇，真的想到就觉得非常的可怕哦。Exploded 爆炸，爆破 to break up into pieces violently. 那通常一般我们会想到和 explode 有关的就是 bomb 炸弹哦。那所以我们来看一下一个例句。A bomb exploded at one of the capital's busiest railway stations this morning. 今早一枚炸弹在首都最繁忙的一个火车站爆炸。而 explode 也可以指情感上的爆发，突然发作。To react suddenly with a strong expression of emotion. For example, what on earth do you think you're doing? She exploded means she said angrily. 你究竟知不知道你在做什么呢？你在干嘛？他大发雷霆地说。
So another word we should look at from that sentence is shell. The shell is the hard outer covering of something. We can use it for some foods like coconuts and other nuts. We can also use it for animals like crabs, shrimp, and turtles. Shells are generally hard and they don't bend. We often have to break them open to eat the nut or the animal inside it. So we could say, after I'd finished eating the peanuts, I had a pile of empty peanut shells on the table.
这里还出现了另外一个单字 shell， 在这里特别指呢，尤其像是坚果蛋或某些动物的壳 ，the hard outer covering of something。Especially nuts, eggs, and some animals. 那文章中指的就是椰子的外壳，也有其他果实有坚硬的外壳，例如 Brazil nuts have very hard shells. 巴西果的壳呢很坚硬。除了壳的意思 ，shell 也可以指内部遭破坏、被去除和尚未建成的建筑物、车辆的框架、骨架。像如果大火之后剩下农舍的残骸，英文就可以说 the shell of a burned out farmhouse. But why were there firecrackers in this coconut in the first place? Let's find out.
Yeah, that is a very good question, and you're not the only one who wanted to know the answer. We see that government officials looked into the death to find out how it happened. To look into something is to examine something, to find out all the details and therefore explain or understand what happened. Another word we can use is investigate. I-N-V-E-S-T-I-G-A-T-E. Investigate.
那这边就有官方人员来做调查及处理了。文章这里说，政府官员着手调查死者，这边指的就是这只大象，以便了解事情是怎么发生的。这句当中出现一个片语 look into， 意思就是调查研究。Look into something to examine the facts about a problem or a situation。从字面上呢的意思，同学可以想象，看进去，看到里面，就是很认真去看。那当然就可以联想到调查研究了。用这样的方式记这个片语就会很好记。And what did the government officials find out?
Well, we see in the article that it turns out that farmers in the area often make these kinds of traps to kill wild pigs. We can use the phrasal verb turn out to show the truth of something, especially when that truth or the facts are finally revealed. We don't know something, so we look into it, and then it turns out that this is what happened. We often use this expression relating to a book or a film, when something is explained, the secret is revealed, and the facts are known.
调查之后，他们发现，结果这个区域的农夫常常会设这样的陷阱来捕杀野生猪只。这句当中，我们看到今天第二个片语 turn out， 结果是什么？尤其指出乎意料的结果，让人没有想到的原因。To happen in a particular way or to have a particular result, especially an unexpected one。而它也有呢，最终成为、最终发现的意思。For example, the truth turned out to be stranger than we had expected. 结果真相比我们预期的更离奇。So the trap wasn't supposed to be for elephants?
No, for wild pigs. So the article explains these large pigs are common in India and they destroy crops with surprising speed. So crops means anything that farmers grow to sell as their business. It could be grains like rice or corn, could be fruits, vegetables, anything like that. Crops are grown in large amounts, so you have whole fields or forests of trees growing these things on a farm or other big area of land. Here's an example sentence. The farmer uses large machines to harvest his crops every year.
这些野猪在印度非常普遍，而且它们毁坏作物的速度非常惊人哦。这里我们看到 crops 是名词，指的是庄稼作物，收成 a plant such as a grain 谷物 fruit or vegetable grown in large amounts。而 crop 也可以指当动词使用。如果你想说今年的胡萝卜收成很好，英文你可以这么说 ：The carrots have cropped， 变成是意思是 grown well this year。
Okay, so of course farmers are going to have crops, but these pigs cause problems. As the article says, they, meaning the pigs, they eat the crops as well as trample over them. We use the phrase as well as to mean the same as and. It's a way to connect two ideas and show that two things are both true. So the pigs eat the crops and they trample them too.
那这里描述这些野猪怎么对待这些农作物。文章说他们吃这些作物，也踩过呢这些农作物。As well as 这个文法意思是或者以及。那同学可能会想说 as well as 和 as well 有什么不一样？ As well as 和 as well 仅一字之差，但用法上是不同的。As well as 对等连接词和 and 有同样的意思，而 as well 则为副词片语，意思是也。我们先来看 as well as 的使用公式 A 加上 as well as 加 B， 可以想象呢，除了 A 之外还有 B， 等于呢是 A 和 B。例如 I love to hike on trails near the sea. as well as through large cool forests. 我喜欢呢到靠近海边，跟穿越大片凉爽森林的步道践行。而另外有一个特别的地方要注意的是，它的动词单复数变化要与 A 一致。举个例子 ，My dinner as well as these desserts is delicious. 我的晚餐跟这些甜点都很美味。那 as well 的使用公式呢，就是主词加动词加 as well， 也怎么样？语义相当于 to also. For example, I like cooking new dishes and baking desserts as well. 等于呢 I like cooking new dishes and baking desserts too. 等于第三种哦 I like cooking new dishes and I also love baking desserts.
So we saw the pigs eat the crops as well as trample them. To trample means to walk all over something and crush it under your feet. If crops are trampled, they can't be sold, and maybe they can't even be eaten. You do need to be quite heavy to trample something. But when pigs, or whether pigs eat the crops or stamp all over them, that's not good for the farmers.
Trample 就是踩践踏 to step heavily on something or someone causing damage. For example, you can say, Someone trampled all over my flower beds. 有人把我的花坛全部踩坏了。那记得这里后面要接 over 踏过去。What are the consequences of this?
We see in the article that farmers lose income when their fields of rice, potatoes, vegetables, and fruit are damaged. So income is the money that comes in to you. You make it by selling things, getting paid for work, or earning or making it in whatever way. Most of the time it's your pay, but some people have many part-time jobs, so they have many sources of income. So we could say, when Ben lost his job, his monthly income went down significantly.
那这些野猪这样呢，踩踏稻米、农作物、蔬果的时候，就造成农夫的损失收入哦。这里出现另外一个单字 income 收入。举个例子 ，More help is needed for people with low incomes. 低收入户的人士需要更多的帮助。而 income 也可以指收益，指的是 the money that is earned from doing work. I haven't had much income from my stocks and shares this year. 今年我在股票上没有多少的收益。No wonder farmers want to get rid of the pigs.
Exactly. We see that therefore they hunt the pigs or kill them with bombs that are hidden inside food. So we talked a bit about bombs when we mentioned the word explode. A bomb is some kind of device that is set to explode at a certain time or when something happens. Some bombs explode when they're touched, some have a timer, some explode when they're dropped or thrown. You can have very simple bombs made with dangerous but simple chemicals, or complicated bombs made with modern technology. You will see a lot of bombs in movies, but sadly they're used a lot in real life too. So we could say, in the movie, the bad guys wanted to use a bomb to kill the president.
所以因为这些野猪呢，对农作物造成的伤害以及让农夫损失收入，所以农夫们会猎杀这些野猪，或是借由将炸弹藏在食物里面这个方式来杀害它们。Bomb 就是炸弹。爆炸的装置哦。For example, the terrorists had planted a bomb near the police station. 恐怖分子在警察局附近设置一枚炸弹。Bomb 也可以当动词用。For example, this hotel was bombed a few years ago. 这家旅馆几年前被炸毁了。而如果你在 bomb 前面加上一个意思会变得很不一样哦，指的就是大笔钱 ，a lot of money。用法如下。例如 ，The coat must have cost a bomb. 那件外套一定花了很多钱。But how did it kill the elephant we mentioned at the start?
Well, the article gets to that sad part of the story now. It says, however, an elephant found a farmer's strange coconut instead.
And we also see in the article that after it exploded, she walked to a river and spent days in pain before she died. 然而有一只大象却找到农夫放置的奇怪的椰子，在椰子里面的爆竹爆炸之后，这只大象走到了一条河边，并在死前痛苦了好几天。
Pain is a sensation we experience when our body is damaged. It's a terrible feeling. We're hurt, we want to cry or scream. Pain can be physical, like when you drop something heavy on your foot. Pain can also be emotional, being heartbroken, like we said at the start of the article. We say somebody is in pain if it hurts a lot or they hurt a lot after being damaged. So we could say people are put to sleep so they don't feel any pain during an operation.
Pain 在这里指疼痛或痛苦，而如果前面加上 in 变成 in pain， 就是在痛苦之中的意思。如果你要问一个人，你伤口你痛吗？英文你可以说 Are you in pain？ 而 in 也可以等同于 suffering from 的意思。不止肉体上的痛苦 ，pain 也可以指感情或心理上的痛苦。For example, the parents are still in great pain over the death of their children. 这对父母还在为孩子的死而悲痛万分。
The article finishes by saying this tragedy should make everyone think about the way that humans and animals live together in natural environments. A tragedy is a sad thing, a terrible event that makes everyone feel sad, no matter who they are. If someone dies before their time, or many people die or get hurt when it's not their fault, this is a tragedy.
课文的最后一句带有省思的味道，这里说这场悲剧应该要让每个人都思考人类与动物在自然环境当中共同生存的方式。Tragedy 就是悲剧性的事件。不幸 a very sad event or situation, especially involving death or suffering. 我们来看一个例句 His life was touched by hardship and personal tragedy. 他的一生充满艰辛和不幸。Or another example, not long after they moved, tragedy struck. 突然的侵袭Their son was killed in an accident. 他们刚搬家不久就遭遇不幸，他的儿子呢，在一次交通事故中丧生。
And that brings us to the end of the article, so now let's go to today's For You chat question.
For You chat.
So the question is, what sorts of trouble do wild animals cause people, and what troubles do people cause for animals?
I think this is a very good question, since human beings and animals both live in this world in the same environment. We affect each other, and we've just mentioned farmers, for example. Animals will eat their crops as well as trample over them. However, for animals, there are also people who hunt and kill them to use their fur or skin to make clothes or scarves. Therefore, both human beings and animals cause trouble for each other.
Yeah, we could also think of the way that humans cut down trees to try and make sort of room for new houses so the animals don't have any homes. Sometimes that means they die. Sometimes that means they kind of move into the cities. Hong Kong has wild pig trouble. The UK, foxes now mostly live in cities rather than the countryside. Other things like that where animals start to live in our space, and I think that's where certain diseases like the COVID-19 can pop up, because that was probably started by bats living in and around humans. At a guess, we're not sure. But those are just a few examples. There are plenty more you can think about and talk about, but we're out of time. Thanks for watching today. See you next time for English for You. I'm Pat.
I'm Kathy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
The killing of an elephant with firecrackers causes anger in India. Many people in India are heartbroken after an elephant died from eating a coconut that was stuffed with firecrackers. It exploded when the elephant tried to break the shell open in its mouth. Government officials looked into the death to find out how it happened. It turns out that farmers in the area often make these kinds of traps to kill wild pigs. These large pigs are common in India, and they destroy crops with surprising speed. They eat the crops as well as trample over them. Farmers lose income when their fields of rice, potatoes, vegetables, and fruit are damaged. Therefore, they hunt the pigs or kill them with bombs that are hidden inside food. However, an elephant found a farmer's strange coconut instead. After it exploded, she walked to a river and spent days in pain before she died. This tragedy should make everyone think about the way that humans and animals live together in natural environments.
Vocabulary Review.
Explode. The plane exploded into several pieces after two of its engines caught fire. Shell. Norman cooked 3 eggs and threw their shells in the garbage. Crop. Rice, fruit, and tea are the main crops grown in Taiwan. Income. Liz got a second job so she can earn more income. Bomb. During the war, planes dropped many bombs on cities and towns. Pain. Matt was in pain after he fell down the stairs and broke his arm.
智慧小补帖
Heartbroken. Firecracker. Trample. Tragedy.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net